In a developing story, the 2025 legislative session is well underway in Oklahoma City. Fox 23 anchor Scott Martin was joined in studio today by Brent Starkey from the state chamber and Tulsa State Representative Suzanne Schreiber.
They discuss what's happening at the state capitol when it comes to trying to help families with the cost of child care.
The state of Oklahoma invests in child care for those lower income families who are young, who are not making what it takes to get that safe and quality child care. So if you're working or if you're going to school, the state of Oklahoma kind of shares in the cost of that with you already. And so another component of that is thinking about how we can bring in our employers who are desperate for this workforce. It impedes their absenteeism. It increases their absenteeism. It increases their just challenges in finding employees. And so our employers are willing to share in solving this problem with us by sharing in the cost of child care with their employees. And the state of Oklahoma would provide them a tax credit for that to incentivize them to do that.
And let's talk a little bit more about that bill that you're working on that would incentivize businesses that help their employers pay for child care services.
Yes, so that creates that three-legged stool between the parent, the employer, and the state of Oklahoma. It's House Bill 1848, and the bill offers employers something that they can design. Do they want to pre-buy some slots at a nearby child care to their place of employment? Do they want to give their employees a stipend? Do they actually want to build something themselves? That's completely up to the employer and their employees' needs. It creates a tax credit for them at the end of the year for a certain amount that they share with their employees.
Every business is different.
And from the business community, we've got a lot of members at the state chamber that have their own on-site daycare, and they sing about all the time how successful it is, but we know that all employers can't do that, and by the tax credit it would encourage more to set up their own daycares, to fund their own daycare spots, increasing the number of daycare spots for the entire state, and everybody wins that way.
Yeah, for sure. That's what we like, when everybody can win, for sure. Brent, let's talk about some other initiatives that you guys are working on.
Well, child care is part of our workforce push to get more people back off the sidelines into the game, and part of the workforce push is also to make sure that the next generation of workforce is trained properly, as smart as they can be. And one of the ways we've found is good is the apprenticeship internship program. But right now there are a lot of companies that are kind of hesitant to do that because of some legal regulations, liability regulations. So we've got a bill that kind of takes some of that red tape out, because when you get a child in high school started on a career path, they find out what that career is going to entail, what that business really looks like. The numbers show they are far more successful down the line in that field or any other field they choose to go into. And then as far as their education, they continue on that path and get more educated and become a more skilled worker, which the state benefits from greatly.
For sure, and an internship is so vital because it kind of helped me figure out exactly maybe what role I wanted to play in this field. So not only is it beneficial for the state, but you're preparing those kids for jobs to hopefully potentially work in our state.
Senator Seyfried out of Claremore is running that bill for us, and it is just a great way to get the kids interested in a field, get that kid hands-on, and for the employer to find out, hey, is this student going to turn into a good employee? Is this somebody we want to hire down the line full-time and develop for one of our own? And it's just a win-win, and there needs to be more slots open for kids to get involved.
Okay. Brent and Representative Schreiber, thank you both so much for being with us. We appreciate you guys and the work that you're doing. We'll be right back after this.